Breaking news today: for sanitary reasons, Putin stands 70 feet away from the British ambassador during their meeting in Moscow.At, a ceremony in Moscow. The Russian leader discussed the importance of mending fences with Britain. Putin withdrew from a ceremony in the Kremlin, citing sanitary reasons as the reason he would not stand within 70 feet of the British ambassador to Moscow.At. Monday's event in the Alexander Hall of the Grand Kremlin Palace. Putin demanded a change for the better in relations between Moscow and London. The continuing conflict in Ukraine, where the UK has supplied military aid to the country in its struggle to reclaim territory captured by Russia, has caused a rift in the relationship. There had been tensions building for some time as a result of accusations of poisoning ex-spy Sergei Skripal and other acts of alleged subterfuge and spycraft by Putin's regime. Among the new ambassadors to Russia who had their credentials accepted by the Russian leader at the ceremony was Nigel Casey, the British representative in Moscow. Putin, who has been seen frequently in close proximity to several people recently, claimed that he was unable to approach the officials for sanitary reasons and instead gave his speech to the crowd standing 70 feet away. To the envoys, Putin said, "Unfortunately, for sanitary reasons, we cannot talk more, socialize." This included the newly appointed ambassadors from Germany and Australia. Both the political climate and the healthcare system need to improve before we can move forward. Whatever the case may be, it is standard operating procedure that Sergei Lavrov, my assistant for foreign affairs, and I are available at all times. Putin has been seen in close contact with others in recent days. Despite the claim about health concerns, in his speech, the Russian leader made a passing reference to the fact that it is 80 years since the Tehran Conference, which laid the foundations of the modern system of international relations, which brought together the leaders of the US, Britain, and the Soviet Union. Russia and the United States were able to establish a relationship after the war because both countries recognized their unique role in preserving international tranquility and safety as permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, according to Putin. But the current state of affairs in the dialogue with London is common knowledge, and let us hope that the situation will change for the better in the interests of our two countries and peoples. Casey informed the Kremlin upon his arrival in Moscow that the British priority was ending the human suffering that Putin had caused in Ukraine. The UK considers maintaining relations with the Russian government and the Russian people important, perhaps more so today than ever before, he said, standing at his official residence with his back to the Kremlin and speaking Russian. All eyes will be on Russia's decision-making process, not just in the UK. Few of the issues currently facing us are more important than ending the human suffering caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Today, General SVR of the Telegram channel said that, due to Putin's alleged poor health, a Putin impersonator welcomed the ambassadors upon their arrival in Moscow. The ambassadors couldn't see Putin's face because he was standing so far away from the leaders that would have revealed the game. The backup accepted credentials from the newly arrived ambassadors of foreign states. According to it, still, Putin's health has been repeatedly downplayed by the Kremlin.